Well, Ukrainian law forbids elections after the president has declared martial law back in 2022. So under their constitution, you can't do that until normal life can return to most of Ukraine, he said. Those are Zelensky's words. So until normal life can return to Ukraine, I guess that's when he'll cede power. That's when he'll turn off the martial law button. I guess he goes into a room, there's like a big martial law lever. He's like, all right, no more martial law. And he pulls the lever and he's going to cede power. Because you know what world leaders love to do, especially narcissistic world leaders? They love to cede power, right? When they've got all this extra power, they love to just give it back.
Yeah, he really has a George Washington spirit about him.
Right.
May 27th, 7:25 p.m. 2024. It is Monday, holiday here. What is it? Memorial Day. All right, so this is going to be a video about what's coming up here with the elite. Everybody does not understand it's going to be a huge fascist grab. I speak of a violent grab, an overthrow. I've got very, very many points to get into. Unfortunately, these agents have been wiping my memory here in regards to most of the points. So we'll see how this video turns out. Okay, so they are fucking with me extremely heavily here with technology. It's like 20 minutes later. Can you believe this shit? What they do is they zero you out. It feels like you're doing a meditation where your mind is still. They got this from me when I do meditations, except it's all done with technology. Thinking becomes impossible. All right, so I want to get into what's going to happen here. It'll be cyber attacks. Yes, it's going to be another pandemic. This one will be deadly. This is very important for people to understand. Then we've got the possibility of things being blamed on Iran or Russia. What they want to do, in order for them to get away with what they want to get away with, they have to declare martial law. So all the things they are looking at can spin out of control, and they'll create false flags, and then they will dump it on so-and-so, whether it's patriots, whether it's foreign countries, and the desired end goal is martial law. They want to be able to take and gather up all of the conspiracy theorists. That's because conspiracy theorists is a soft version of the wording. What everybody labeled a conspiracy theorist is, by definition, from an agency viewpoint and government viewpoint, is a domestic terrorist. In order for them to succeed, they've got to get rid of tons and tons of people here. And this is what they plan on doing. It's why they have the term. Does everybody understand? If you are looking at and using the term conspiracy theorist, you are not focused on what it is you are labeled as. That's why a lot of people think it's funny and they're joking and, oh, I'm still getting my name out and this and that. It's not how they have it set up. They have it set up, let's see, you are labeled a domestic terrorist. This is a cheap Jedi mind trick. It's cheap psychology so that you're focused on the soft version of the term. No, the reality is you are labeled a domestic terrorist so that people don't understand the reality of what they've been labeled. Does everybody understand? This is cheap Jedi mind tricks. It's cheap agency psychology is what it is. Yet it works. But there are several key points here. They want everybody who is a threat to them, which actually is the majority of the population, but what they plan on doing is going after a whole bunch of people at the very beginning and grabbing them and whisking them off to camps to create a chilling effect on everybody else. So they don't plan at all to get everybody all at once. What they plan to do, though, is to grab thousands upon thousands of people, to lock them up, to mislabel them for doing it. And then from there, what they're hoping is everybody will be so scared they start complying. You understand? Oh, my neighbor just got whisked away to camp. Better go along. And then from there, the fascist noose gets tighter and tighter. So if you understand what they want, you understand they have to create some kind of circumstance which gives them martial law. Here in America, they want America falling in particular. That will destabilize the rest of the world economy. And man, they've got it set up so America crashes and burns here. But those are their motives with America. This is why Trump is detrimental. So they have to, they want martial law, and then they want the internet censorship, which is one more way in which it all kicks off. Because if nobody's got any voice, they can't speak about what's going on around them. Particular subjects and stuff get banned from the internet. I mean, the reality is people won't be speaking about what's going on around them because it's scary, and if they speak about it, they will get labeled a threat and whisked off. You get it? It is all set up and designed for a fascist grab. Anybody not thinking this is living in a artificial Disneyland. Now, the elite are very intelligent and methodical in what they do. It's a collective of psychopaths with, for all intents and purposes, agency training, because this is the level of psychology I see used on the public. It's all agency stuff. I see an agency war campaign being waged against the people. Because that's exactly what it is. It's what I experience every single month of my life here for 30 plus years, really. So what they did is they coerced the medical system and intimidated the medical system. They now have all the players who are within the medical system who went along with people being murdered, basically. Auschwitz 2.0 is what we all witnessed. They've bought out and intimidated everybody within the medical care system. And they've got it all streamlined now. So now what they want to do is streamline the authoritarian system. And that includes law enforcement and military. So the next circumstances coming up are going to be for purging people from police and military who will not go along with the elite here. The remaining, quote, players will all be bought out or corrupt, or, I mean, simply by being bought out, they're corrupting themselves, but some are worse than others. They'll be bought out or scared into going along. Same thing. They are playing on people here with the same psychology all over again. And they're going to use these false flag events for cleaning up, from their perspective, for cleaning up the authority system here. They're going to purge the police and the military with the coming events here. You either go along or you don't, but if you don't go along, you too become one of the bad guys. And the way this does not work, and the way the elite lose, is by everybody saying no to it. Which sounds good. But what if we have a pandemic yet again, which we will, a deadly one, and what if they declare forced vaccinations, which I'm expecting. This is one of the reasons why they think this will succeed even if Trump wins. Trump has somebody whispering in his ear that he did a good job with vaccines. That much is totally obvious to me. He has at least one person or multiple people whispering in his ear, good job with the vaccines. He's an egotistical jackass and he wants to believe he did a good job. That's why he still harps on it. He clearly has not gotten the information, and which points to the truth of the vaccines here. So imagine him president, deadly vaccine, we got to do forced vaccinations. God only knows what he will go along with here. Now, if you look at my video on Ebola, you see that Bill Gates has constantly brought up Ebola over the years, and he has brought up repeatedly a inhaler vaccine. That is a weapons delivery system. There were hospital workers in Colorado who got vaccinated for Ebola. And it would be interesting if somebody would find out if it was an inhaled vaccine, because then what we're talking about is a delivery method for Ebola. Furthermore, they tested it, they used it on hospital workers, because that is a far more likely environment for people to end up getting sick. Somebody with a compromised immune system may get sick from somebody shedding Ebola who has taken the vaccine. None of this is accidental. Nobody is this stupid. You're going to pick one of the worst demographics there is for vaccinating people. It's not accidental. But I do wonder if it was an inhaled vaccine, because then we are talking about people can get airborne Ebola here. And again, I've done a video about this, and prophecies I've looked at specifically state Ebola, and that is what I am expecting. Now, they plan on purging the authority system here. And one of the ways, of course, is immigrants. We'll give you citizenship if you serve as police, if you serve as military. And if you're not willing to, then you're out. You got it? So a lot of people are going to be doing what they are told no matter what. They're going to be, it's coercion, and really it's bribery. People are being bought out. And this is one of the ways they will do it. Now, this is something I've looked at going all the way back to when I was my family. That the elite will pick July 4th for doing a false flag event in America, and I think that's what we've got coming up here. This is one of the key reasons why I am doing this video. It doesn't give people very long for getting this out and preparing for it. The way agencies would do it, they would do a false flag. You know, if something in my life here, as an example, it's all the same kind of psychology being used here. A lot of the time there's irony involved. Oh, it's 4th of July, Independence Day, and then all of a sudden that turns into a false flag event, or a few of them, and then all of a sudden everybody gets labeled the bad guys. Oh, it turns out it's right-wing extremists, conspiracy theorists, and that will be the kickoff. False flag events dumped on patriots. Hello? But that's the exact kind of thing agents and agencies would do in my life. You understand? They do things with a sense of purpose and irony. May 29th, 12:16 a.m. So, as I was saying, they pick things with a sense of irony. There's a method to their madness. It's a reversal, isn't it? Here they go, affecting me. They have a system and method for picking dates. Thing is, for me, when I was living with my family back in Germany, I was always looking at, well, the elite, they're going to use Independence Day for one of their false flag events. Take a look at the film Independence Day itself. And then take a look at William Cooper. William Cooper is one of the ones that really got the whole thing rolling here. I've still got a copy of his book, Behold a Pale Horse, and that was from, hell man, that was from like 30 years ago. But he also spoke about this, and the point is, clearly they will, because it'll work. You take a look at Israel. I used to be a huge history buff, And as I remember it, the Israelis got stopped a couple of times, at least at the very beginning, because they had their guard down on holidays. That's just honest, that's a matter of history. Well, they plan on doing the same thing here with us. Oh, and by the way, that entire 13 minutes where I'm sitting out at the picnic table in the sun, the reason why it was so difficult to speak was because of them with technology. I call this the Porky Pig Ray. It is to convince people looking at the videos that I don't know the material I speak about, because that's exactly the impression it gives. That's not at all true. I've been pointing shit out to every group of agents I dealt with. I'm like, you get the world you fucking live in, or are you just looking at a paycheck, you asswipes? It's exactly where Patsy and her team of walnuts are. You can fuck off with the technology, you can shut up, and you can learn. And then it's also to discourage interviews. That is why they did that. And quite frankly, they've been doing it all throughout videos, but I am now no longer in their Disneyland. This shit that they are selling about stalking, and I am getting myself held in, is a load of shit. What they've been doing is affecting me heavily, dumping it on me, and then lying to everybody on the last day of stalking. They're literally hijacking me with technology and passing it off as mine. My focus is no longer on their Disneyland. I'm going to include a short video by Greg Reese. It's like 5 minutes. You take a look at that committee and what they are looking at. They're saying, well, we don't know what it is they're doing with the technology. It's a load of fucking shit. Take a look at my life. So the FBI is worried about that committee and people like me getting through to them. They're looking at murdering me. If you're from the alternative media and you don't know about agents and agencies, then please feel free to err on the side of caution and interview me. Take a look at the fruits of the FBI and agents and agencies here, and take a look at what I offer. What I offer is positive and good. What they offer is a load of shit. There is no goddamn stalking. If you're sitting there from alternative media telling yourself, well, maybe they've held him in for 30 fucking years, dealing with murder and torture the entire goddamn time and way here, that makes sense to you. I have to ask you, what are you even doing in the field of alternative media? There's something all wrong with the shit the FBI is selling to people, and there's something all wrong with people smoking it. You want to know me, you interview me. Or at the fucking least, you speak with me and you spend a significant amount of time doing it. They've been lying the entire time stepping away here. It's blatantly obvious there's something wrong with what the FBI is selling. They've been hitting me up with all sorts of shit in regards to alternative media. They're all worried about Patrick. That's their problem. They're worried. What they're worried about is intelligent, conscious people. So who are you going to approach? We're going to approach them first. They know that after this book is done, and I get it up at Amazon, I send it off, files already being worked on for converting to a book file. And so then they're looking at who I'm going to contact, because they know with the next paycheck I'm contacting a lawyer, and I'm having a lawyer contact people from alternative media because they've blocked a lot of my emails. That is why. If you're actually believing the FBI, you have no idea as to what it is I offer here. Strangely enough, the FBI not wanting people to interview me centers around their fucking motives. People they buy into the stalking, this imaginary world. It's an artificial reality where they write all of the rules of reality. Hello, they write the rules. And bit by bit, they get people believing it. And they lie about everything in regards to my psychology and what they're doing with this technology. First line of defense, don't communicate with them. Do you know why that one is? It's so you never find out the truth. Cheap kindergarten tricks. And this has worked on everybody from alternative media. I may be talking about everything in interviews. We'll do the whole history. We'll speak about the rape framing the FBI is guilty of, this technology entering my life, and on here. The shit they did to my little girl and my girlfriend back in Germany, killing of our pets, you name it. And they're just lying through their teeth to everybody. It looks to me like they're selling to people behind the scenes, maybe, it can slowly end and gradually disappear. That's where I've been the whole time. They've never done it. They are torturing me every single fucking day here, and heavily. What part of that does no one understand? So I want to get back to the video here. So let's get back on track here. Look, the alternative, when they do this, you have to understand, they want martial law at all costs. Once they get the martial law, that is it. Then it's roundup time for everybody. Do you all get this one? It is roundup time. The FEMA camps, they've got empty camps in Europe as well. I was living in Germany and looking into these empty prison camps they've just got sitting and waiting in Poland. Isn't that nice? Hello? But the thing is, it wasn't just Poland. Yeah, this plan they're doing is for the USA and for Europe. But they have to declare martial law, so they will use a false flag event for doing it. Another key element here is cyber attacks. AI censorship system for the entire internet. Again, once they do that one, it's game over. And it's most certainly is game over for alternative media. Have you lost your fucking minds? For everybody who I've known here from alternative media who doesn't even respond, know nothing in regards to emails and stuff because you're listening to the FBI. Do you understand where you're at in the scheme of fucking things here? When there is AI censorship on the internet, it'll be a Chinese system. 3 strikes and you never get to use it again. Take a look at all the people who count on the internet for their business. So people are automatically going to go along with that shit, and there's going to be fuckloads of them. Now, you know what's going to happen to the alternative media? I'm just spelling out the hard, cold facts for you all. Yeah, I'm mad as shit. People are not interviewing me when I've got all sorts of important information to bring out. Here's where you are in the scheme of things. First of all, you are labeled conspiracy. This is my reality check for all of you. In the scheme of things here, you are labeled a conspiracy theorist. That is the soft label for domestic terrorist. What you're actually labeled is domestic terrorist. Furthermore, you all from alternative media are labeled at the top. You are the head conspirators. Jesus Christ, you get the fucking shoes you wear here? You're like a bunch of goddamn monkeys. Then what they're going to do, once the AI censorship is in place, you're going to end up, a lot of you, if you don't get whisked off to camps, you're going to be dealing with gang stalking and remote neural monitoring. You're going to be wearing exactly my fucking shoes. I got to get a lawyer to send fucking emails. Just because you got one doesn't mean other people I've tried contacting have. They just lie behind the scenes in regards to shit like that. And that's where you'll be. You are the head conspirators. The head domestic terrorists pumping out the lies and misinformation to the world. Where the fuck do you think you fall here in the scheme of things? You are priority number 1 for agencies here. That's exactly what you are. You are high-profile targets, and you think they're not coming for you? Man, how far up people's asses do they have their heads? It's exactly what's going to happen. All sorts of people. People like Tate, Paul Joseph Watson, Russell Brand, but it's going to be everybody. That's the point. Those are people they've taken a crack at. And Alex, another good example. These are all people they've taken a crack at. You wait when the AI censorship system gets here. They're going to come get your ass. You're going to be in gang stalking and dealing with this technology at the least. When they do the fascist grab here and whisk people off to camps, you too will be grabbed. The head conspirators. This coming plan they have here in the future, which is right around the corner, is not about the way it's always been. Oh no, it's about the way they are about to turn it into, their new system. breaking through the surface all over the fucking place. Why do you think they're so brazen with their corruption? Because they know this plan is going to work. They're going to lock up everybody that's a threat to them and intimidate and scare the fuck out of everybody else who even has an inkling of a thought to do it, to bring up corruption and shit. Oh no, they're going to shut up everybody. That is why they are out in the open. They haven't lost their minds. Oh no, they're brazen. And again, we also have Ebola and a civil war to look at here also. And the thing is, they're not going to do one thing here. They're going to do several or all at once. That is what Horvat, the psychopath I dealt with, would do. She let you get your hopes up, and then she would stomp on you like Godzilla's foot on Bambi. You think you're winning, you think you've got a chance, you think you're going to get there, just like they're doing now with me getting my book out and interviews. They plan on killing me before. Once they see that they've got everybody tricked from alternative media, they're going to whack me. Because the circumstances are not staying like this anymore. That is the one the FBI gets and I get. Therefore, they're going to murder me. You fucking get the shoes I wear? You want to be wearing them? Then don't go passing judgment. If you are going to be good at your job from alternative media, then start paying attention to what I say. You want to know how they are lying? Take a look at what I am communicating, and then take a look at what they're communicating to you behind the scenes. You can see how they are lying and manipulating. Take a look at the 5-minute video by Greg Reese and that committee saying we don't know. I do. This is what I will be bringing in interviews. I haven't been looking at this at all from an agency viewpoint in regards to, well, I have and I haven't. I'm not bringing up agency dirt. I could open up investigations with the FBI. I can get them caught for multiple murders. That is a statement of fact. And I'm not bringing up the agency dirt. But they're saying, well, we don't know what the technology is used for, but it's being used on citizens. I end all of that. I am the most knowledgeable person there is in regards to how this all works. The technology and agents and agencies here, the whole package with the gang stalking. If you understand that, if you understand I totally blow away what that guy said, that guy's full of shit. You know what? I sent my ex that video and text. I'll put it in the video here. That guy's lying through his teeth. He knows exactly what is going on. My life proves it. You fucking got it? But my point is, agents and agencies also want to murder me because I'm spilling the beans in regards to this program and the technology and what is really being done here. Furthermore, I am agency trained and I have agency eyes. This is where the FBI is shitting themselves. They are portraying me as an idiot with alternative media and a psychology I do not have for alternative media behind the scenes here. With you all, this is how they are portraying me. But between me and them, it's a totally different story. My lack of ability to communicate within videos has to do with technology in the first place. They are extremely worried. I can pin it directly on agencies because the very story of how I know it's the FBI here goes all the way back to the beginning. They told my parents, they told me, they told everybody around me, hey, it's the FBI, and ta-da, there I am in gang stalking. And then a few years later, I'm dealing with this technology. It is blatantly obvious for what it is, and I am the first person to totally break this wide open if I get interviews. So if you understand that, you understand their first and primary concern and goal is shut down me with the alternative media and interviews. That's why this book coming out is a little rough, but it more than works for interviews. The reason why is because they were attacking me, torturing me, blocking memories, affecting me basically the entire time when I worked on it. It should have taken me only a couple of months. Instead, it took me about 9. Hello? But just like my last book, Day Thief, this book is, Day Thief is more of an editing mess than this book. But the reason why they affected me for Day Thief and this book is to try and prevent sales. What's important here? Everything I bring to the table is what is important. And if people want to find out the real story and how agents and agencies do their business here, then they can buy the book. You people have no idea what I'm trying to get out here. You are fucking up and getting in the way by listening to the FBI. That is exactly what everybody has done here so far. This system is coming for everybody. That is the message and the moral of the story here. You tell me to my face after 30 years of this fucking shit that I should still be in it and that you're going along with the FBI. I want to hear it to my fucking face. You got no argument yourselves, yet you're going along with the FBI. What the fuck? Next point is, I've tried contacting people where it was guaranteed they would interview me. And you know what? They never got the fucking emails. So, that is how they do their shit. They give you the truth sometimes, and then most of the time they just lie through their teeth. They were affecting me and my ex, Monica, heavily with technology, hijacking both of us for technology arguments. Wasn't her, wasn't me. Then they take the technology off, we go back to being normal, traumatized out of our minds. It was one of Horvat's favorite things. They pass it off to my mother as my ex, Monica, was doing stalking, and then I was reacting heavily to it. The whole thing was done with goddamn technology on high extreme levels. You cannot help but note the technology when it is done that way. Anybody think of bare basics here? Basic, simple realities. That's it. This is a goddamn IQ test from here on out with everybody I deal with from alternative media. And all they've been hit up with for days and weeks here is just ways of lying and manipulating to people in alternative media. You want to know me and you want to find out what I have to offer, then interview me. Otherwise, you explain to me why I'm still in this. More than $60 million spent for a pedophile cop and a goddamn racist at 911. Never mind all the shit done to my little girl and my ex. And all the pets killed here all along the way. You explain to me why you are going along with the FBI. If you can't do it, then how about interviews? So as I was saying, we've got Ebola. We've got a pandemic on the table here. They've been advertising this. It's going to happen. My best bet is airborne Ebola, and because of Bill Gates. He is bringing up the two subjects he is fixated on, and he's done it over a period of years. He's brought up Ebola and an airborne vaccine. That's a weapons delivery system, isn't it? He's talking about modifying Ebola so that it becomes airborne. That's what he is speaking of. Yeah, I see nobody bringing this up. But the point is, it's something that weighs on his mind that he is fixated on because he has brought up both over the years here. Furthermore, you can see that the elite are field testing a public reaction with Ebola in the first place. They've done it 2 times now. Once in 2014, people coming back from aid workers coming back from an Ebola hot zone. One was in Texas. She came back to Texas. They didn't even quarantine her once she got home. Hello? And then they've done it all over again right here at a Colorado hospital. Why do you vaccinate at a hospital when shedding can cause an outbreak if somebody can end up catching it if their immune system is compromised? Strangely enough, hospitals are the one environment where that is the most likely to happen. Hello? So my point is, take a look at a pandemic here. I've heard that it's on the books now. They can force vaccinate. Is this true? I'm sure they've got something. But take a look. Once again, they will just do a force majeure here. They'll just force de jure. They'll just just override everybody, and then all of a sudden it'll be forced vaccines, it'll be the military coming to vaccinate you at your homes. They will grab all the non-vaxxers, throw them in prisons. Every time, excuse me, every time, if you take a look at the circumstances they have set up, it's all about tossing people in prison and a hostile takeover every single time. The whole thing's about a power grab. It's here now. This is what I've watched the entire time in way as I've been in stalking. I've realized this system, this stalking is all about fascism. And it's been all about having a groundwork in place for dealing with people after they've done their fascist grab. I've just been watching this happen year by year now. Now, let's take a look at the Civil War. Again, what's that going to be about? Depends on who is elected. If it's Trump, it'll turn out one way, and if it's a Democrat, it'll turn out a different way. But again, most likely martial law, civil war, violence. God only knows how that one will turn out. But if it's a Democrat in charge, once again, people will be whisked off to FEMA camps and a lot of people killed, no doubt. Hello? All the domestic terrorists, yet again. If Trump wins, we've got to look at, well, he's tricked in regards to vaccines. So he is a very real danger and threat of accidentally starting a civil war in the first place. Somebody is whispering into his ear he did a good job with vaccines. He has not looked at the goddamn cold, hard facts of people having goddamn rubber carrots pulled out of their legs. Hello? And arms. People dying from this shit. Hello? So as long as somebody is whispering in his ear and he thinks he's done a good job, can you imagine an outbreak like Ebola? And we got Trump, the egotistical jackass, with his wonder shots here, his wonder vaccines. And somebody will be pushing for, well, we've got to declare martial law and, forced vaccinations. Hello? That's the one that worries me with Trump. They want him doing what they want. And they don't mind at all if he looks mad, do they? In the meantime, they don't want Trump winning at all because it's the oil, stupid. What's the first thing Trump's going to do? He's going to restore oil. What's going to happen with prices all across this motherfucking country? They're going to plummet. They're going to drop back down to a more livable cost here. Everything's going to drop. He will restabilize the economy, and he will quite literally, as a result, restabilize the world economy. It's not going to fix everything with the world economy, but we're going to be in pretty good goddamn shape, aren't we? Trump winning, let's see, all the war situations, I imagine, will evaporate, or at least get on a stable level. Peace will be found. And, then the AI censorship, there's a good chance that won't work out the way they want. And they might trick them initially. We'll see. How's anybody going to communicate with Trump once they shut everybody's mouth up? Once that AI censorship system is in place. I don't know. Will they get away with tricking Trump into going along with it? I don't know. But the vaccine thing is where I see a weak chink in Trump's armor here. You get it? Can you imagine the unholy hell that will just go off if Trump were to go along with forced vaccinations? Hello? So, but if you're going to look at Trump, look at the origin here of Trump and the elite. Take a look at the Simpsons cartoons, referring to Trump as a presidential player. Candidate, winning, becoming president, I think, as well. But that is what they were bringing up, Trump being president, before he was president. So that told me, because that guy, Matt Groening, is obviously a Satanist with inside connections, and they're using him and the Simpsons for leakage. which is when they bring up their plans and the plans, what they plan on getting away with in front of everybody. They bring it up. It's called leakage. But that's what they've been using The Simpsons for. And they already had Trump picked out. They already had him in their sights. Why is that? They wanted Trump winning the first time. What happened when Trump did get elected? They kept him on the defensive so he couldn't go after them and clean up all of the shit they've done. Undo all their plans with all the American people behind them. That is why they kept him on the defensive. He fucked up like crazy. All this shit about 4D chess. I was saying to the FBI, everybody's full of goddamn shit. He is not a goddamn 4D chess player. That's much bullshit. Communicating this to the goddamn FBI the whole fucking time. Yes, I was happy he was elected, but all this shit about 4D chess, no, he's just a brawler and a scrapper. From the perspective of other politicians, they are not used to somebody like him. But he's not a goddamn 4D chess player. He doesn't get jack shit about the people around him, does he? He's an egotistical fuck-up. He went in and acted like he was going to run the government there like it's a business. And everybody's got to do what he says. Boy, he didn't get jack shit, did he? Quite frankly, he still doesn't. They'll lock his ass up also. If they get their chance for this overthrow, he's going to be locked up. Along with other politicians. Does anybody get the words coming out of my motherfucking mouth? So getting back to the point, here's the one nobody gets this one. Nobody. They wanted Trump winning. That is what the Simpsons cartoons point to. They wanted him winning so that they could identify everybody who is a threat to their new system and plan here. All the patriots, all the conspiracy theorists, all the domestic terrorists. Hello? More than 1 million people being monitored in regards to that no-fly list after 9/11. 1 million possible terrorists didn't pop up overnight. A new label was invented to take good people and turn them into a false threat for agents and agencies. That is what that is about. It's all the goddamn patriots who are a threat to the elites coming system here, which is going to be fascist. That is what it is all about. That is why they wanted Trump winning. It was for identifying all of the fucking patriots. What is wrong with everybody here? That is why we are guaranteed conflict with this election and why I'm getting the fuck out of the country. Again, what is wrong with everybody here? Can no one understand the words coming out of my mouth? It was not accidental he got elected. They just stole the second election. They could have done it with the first fucking one. This is what I'm talking about. I've got agency training. I know how agents and agencies do their shit. Nobody else does. The elite are following. They use agency psychology and tactics. Does anybody understand? I bring something to the table in regards to interviews. The point is, they wanted Trump winning because he served a purpose. They were all set up for keeping him busy once he was elected. And they are set up for Trump winning yet again here. And there are very real possibilities in regards to all of that. But clearly we're looking at elite instigators, starting a revolution, it'll be something like that. They've got their operatives in every country, and when they need a overthrow or civil unrest, their people just go out there and start instigating it. They're all set up for all of that. This is what they've been working on the entire time. Trump was not accidental. No, they wanted Trump for identifying all the patriots, all the threats, all the targets. And it just blows my mind that people don't get the actual level the elite are on here. It just literally blows my mind. I am the kook for the alternative media here. What's the goddamn reality here? They stole the second election, and they could have done it with the first. That's reality. I was looking at polling numbers before Biden won, and I was looking at those. Everybody takes the polling numbers as basic reality. The way agents and agencies do, you think that's a basic reality, and they will alter it for their own benefit because they can't get caught. If you're looking at it as a basic reality, like the sun will come up in the morning, then you're guaranteed to get manipulated. But I was looking at those polling numbers, and I was like, holy fuck, there's no way in hell Biden has those numbers. The whole thing about the Democratic Party and woke people is they're taking a very small group of people and magnifying it. They're trying to make themselves look bigger than they are. The majority of this country is pro-Trump. I was in Phoenix, and a news reporter went out to where one of Biden's speeches. There was nobody. I lived over by the airport, and I was working at the fucking airport. When Trump gave a speech there, fuckloads of people, fuckloads. You know what Biden had? Great big goose egg. I've never heard of any presidential candidate having 0 appearances. Hello? Then there was another one, and Obama was there. It was in some city, and Obama was there for Biden. Biden wasn't there, but Obama was. Do you know who was there? Fuck all. Great big 0. Just some guy with a camera remarking, well, Biden doesn't have anybody. Hello? There's something all wrong with the picture they're selling. They're lying about the poll numbers. Why hasn't anybody woken up to this? Because everybody accepts it as bare basic reality. Just like the FBI can't be lying about everything in regards to me. Oh, no, they're pretty much lying about everything. They literally view every single thing which I have to say or speak about in regards to them, especially. They look at, well, how can we lie about it and dump it on him? Hello? It's like a nasty divorce, like Johnny Depp here. They just take everything out of context, they lie, and they try and sell a false psychology by taking little pieces of your life out of context. They just lie about all of it. The whole thing, the whole system coming here is about fascism. The third horseman of the apocalypse is fascism. They got it all wrong. They thought it's about famine. No, that's the scales of justice. Hello? I brought this up in one of my videos. I was bringing up the Denver airport. The elite put their John Hancock, their official autograph onto that airport when they opened it up. And strangely enough, I went and I checked. They've got this huge black horse, very ominous and demonic looking, outside of the airport. And I got to thinking about it, and I was like, I bet that's the third horseman of the apocalypse. I bet that's his horse. I went and looked it up. Third horseman of the apocalypse is riding a black horse. All the way back when I was with my family, I realized, well, the elite, they've got what I call elite airports. These are airports which the elite deal with, and it is their property. Don't kid yourselves. I think the London airport, the Denver one, I forget where else, but they've got airports across the world, and these are theirs. And I always wondered about that. I was like, well, that's really weird. They've got their own airports. And then I started thinking about it. Well, they're elites. And then I started thinking, oh my God, this is nice. They're not fucking with me. Holy shit. And then I'm getting to remember shit without them fucking with me for once. This is how much I'm fucked with. This is unusual that I get to remember shit normal. Hello? Without being fucked with. Hello? It's nonstop. But then I was looking at the elite here. They're the elite, not us. And I'm like, well, they clearly all across the world, they've got their own airports. Those are marked as being theirs. And I'm looking at, well, I know where this gang stalking's going. It's going towards a fascist system. The piece of land for the Denver airport itself is enormous. It's bizarre. And I got thinking about it. Well, once they kick off their fascist system, maybe they will be flying fuckloads of domestic terrorists, because that's the term they use now. But I was looking at, they'll be taking all the dissidents. Maybe they're going to fly them to Denver, or maybe there's some, giant FEMA camp around there somewhere, a hidden one or something. But that was one of the impressions I got, and one of the possibilities I had considered. They have their own airports. But the other end of it was, I was looking at, well, eventually they will restrict the airways. And it's going to be only the elite and the super rich who go along with them will be able to fly and use the airports. This is more than 10 years ago I looked at this shit. And what do you see now all of the time? They're trying to take our freedom to drive, and take a look. They're attacking the airline industry. They want to shut down flying. They want to restrict our ability to fly. This is where it's headed. Take a look. It's happening now in the news. No, it's not just Boeing here. There's other shit going on also. At one point, I think they restricted flights at the Frankfurt airport, and it was for something really weird. I forget what it was. Something about Wi-Fi. They're fucking with my memory right now. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're going right back to normal now. But, it's constantly about the airline industry, and things keep popping up on the radar in that regard. And quite frankly, they don't mind a lot of people being afraid to fly, so Boeing works out just fine for them here. The point is, they are going there. It is about restricting flying. It's about restricting our freedom to go where we want. Fascism. That's what it's all about. That's the name of the game here, folks. And what I've been trying to point out is they need martial law. They need Trump to lose. Trump totally derails them. I was already speaking about this at the least with the FBI here. And then eventually Harari said this. He said if Trump wins, it totally fucks up the elite. But these are the reasons why, and this is how I got there. I was shocked, almost flabbergasted that Harari went there. But these are the reasons why. Trump totally fucks up the elite's plans here. We're at this position where Hillary Clinton was. If we don't get him, he's going to arrest us all. We're in the same place here. They're going to come after everybody here, and Trump screws up all of their plans. All the way around, he destroys all their plans and keeps this all from kicking off. So when you understand that their entire mission and goal here is to prevent Trump from winning at all costs. You get it? And that is why we are guaranteed conflict with this election. And it's not going to be one world trauma. Those traumas are for manipulating people into doing what they want. That is MK Ultra on a global scale. Instead of being done on a micro level, it's being done on a macro level. Again, agency shit here. They will be doing that they will be doing multiple traumas to get people to comply. People are going to be scared shitless. No alternative media. We'll have an Ebola pandemic, no doubt. Airborne, which is fuckloads worse. The election all fucked up. They've been pushing for war here with Russia and the Middle East. Hello? We're not in good shape here. So, and the reality is, by the way, I'm getting off subject. But the reality is, once I get out of this country, I'm writing comedy, romance, and screenplays, and spiritual books. I will see what agents and agencies do, but once I've made the limelight here, the point is I'll just see what they do. The reality is they may force me into, I might have to do a congressional hearing, or I may try and get Russian citizenship. That sure as shit will get things ended here. But the point is, I'm not the cause of the conflict. I am not getting myself held in stalking. They are lying and manipulating in regards to all of it. That's them doing this to my voice. You know, there was a point I was looking at, well, maybe today it's last day of stalking. Maybe I got held in because I'm speaking about this. No. This is the one they haven't told anybody. Every fucking month, I've been in this. They've been misusing technology many times in front of my parents, or they affect me with my sister through WhatsApp. I don't say jack shit to my American family. They are in their own fucking Disneyland and category with me. My sister is only a step above my parents here and my brother. But she is above them. You know, better than the rest of the family here. But my point is, they've been doing this the entire time. I've been, quote, trying to pass here, and the only thing that has kept me from passing is them hijacking me with technology and then them dumping it on me. And I kept my mouth shut and haven't said jack shit to my parents or my sister here. You understand? That would be the enormous fucking lie they're selling to the alternative media behind the scenes. So then, how I got here in regards to this is this is how they would lie. They say, well, you know, today's the last day of stalking. Look, he got himself held in. But the way that I got here is they've been doing it the entire time. And wait, furthermore, they haven't told you from the alternative media the truth of it. Furthermore, when you get hijacked with this technology, you get fucking mind raped. So I'm getting mind raped, and then I'm getting the blame for it. You want to know what it's like? Take you, think of how you are, and then imagine technology anger with technology viewpoint shoved in. Imagine that one. It gets shoved in, and it's on high extreme levels because it's the only way they can get it to work, because you'll fight against it if it's on a low level. Hello? You're all about passing, believe it. So the thing is, but they just hijack you. They do it. They get away with it. Hello? But then I get the blame. So they haven't been telling people jack shit about what it is they've actually been doing. The next point is German agents and agencies are going along with American agencies here. They have been sold for 22 years. They had me misprofiled, and they were reacting to a profile I never had. Whole time accusing me of being a threat to agencies. Me and Monica, we were clueless as to what had been sold about me. We couldn't understand how German agents could be so clueless. It's because they didn't double check their shit. We had no idea. But the point is, they were doing it because they thought I'm an agency threat. Now I'm forced into doing this book and getting out of the country. Of course I look like an agency threat, and I'm spilling the beans on agents and agencies here, aren't I? But that is because they put all of this here in the first place. They've quite literally been misusing this technology and holding me in and dumping it on me while collecting information on a team of rogue agents. This is what they've been doing. And collecting information in regards to my real profile, which they're not passing on to anybody. Hello? So, getting back to the point, they had me misprofiled for 22 years. What they believed was so far removed from where I was at that it was impossible for me or Monica to fathom. Quite literally impossible. We had only our experience and where I was at and where life circumstances were at to go on. That's all we had. What German agents were told and believed was a million miles removed from me. That's why we couldn't figure it out. It was invented. But now the point is I fit that part. And I've been pointing out my real psychology the entire step and way. Furthermore, if you look at the last 4 videos, I think now, I point out there are mistakes in Neon. And clearly how they will lie is one of the things I've looked at, and one of the things which is clear to me, is yes, they've cleaned up some things in regards to profiling me with German agents, but it's piddly shit. The reality is they have not cleaned up the profiling They still think they read delusional and a threat to agencies and everything. This is where they've been the entire time and way. Now I'm forced into doing this book. How do you think it looks for them? I look the part. But the point is, they put themselves here. They created these circumstances, not me. I've pointed out the truth of me and my profile for years now. They did not clean up their profiling. That's not on me. That's on agents. They created these circumstances. So they're not telling the truth about any of this shit. But the most important point here is they've been holding me in by misusing technology. And this is when I'm paying attention. Okay, let's see you live up to your word. See you play fair and square, and if I pass, I pass. Every single time they misuse technology, lie about it, and I get held in while they dump the blame on me. This is what is going on. Stalking under those circumstances does not exist. It's not about stalking. They're selling to everybody they're playing by the rules, and they don't begin to be. Who the fuck do you think I deal with? So if today happened to be a last day of stalking, or yesterday, or tomorrow, guess what? It's all a lie. That has gone right out the window for me because they've been doing this the entire time, just holding me in and lying about it. That is all an invented Disneyland, which they want everybody else believing and playing along with. That's why I know certain people are getting certain people are from the alternative media are getting emails, but they don't respond, no nothing. It's always crickets. Other people who I send emails to, they block the emails because it's guaranteed they would interview me. Small YouTubers and shit. Man, I'll blow up their channel. Are you kidding? Oh yeah, and then people will want to interview me once somebody does it. Yeah, then you want me. Why didn't you do it when I approached you in the first place? Because you were listening to the FBI, the Boy Scouts of America. Who the fuck do you think I deal with? Let's see. If I came up to you on the street, if government had technology which could read your mind and remote control you, would you trust the government with that technology in your life? The answer is fuck no. Yet strangely enough with me, the FBI having this technology turns them into truth tellers. Actually, I'm the only one speaking the truth in regards to all of this. So getting back to the point here, take a look at what it is that I expose here. I will literally end the mystery in regards to this technology and this program of gang stalking. Furthermore, it's millions of people across the world being targeted now. Literally millions. It's the biggest conspiracy on the planet. It is ongoing. And furthermore, it's absorbing and swallowing up more and more people. The whole entire goal is to have a Stasi Gestapo file on every single citizen in America, and this label of domestic terrorist does it. Hello, it's the fascist system right around the corner. They're collecting info on everybody. Getting back to the point, so German agents and agencies, they've agreed with all of this. The FBI holding me in, the torture, and the killing. I got a dead uncle, and I wonder whether or not it was agents with technology or natural. There's a reason why I'm 50-50 with it. Another thing they've done, every single day, last day of stalking, they've tortured the fuck out of me to try and pressure me into speaking out. And many times I've not done it, more times than I can even remember at this point, and that's just the last few years, both in Phoenix and here in this town. They're not telling people the truth about jack shit. Who the fuck do you think you're rubbing shoulders with? Think I'm the bad guy? Do you even know me? You know me through the FBI. How much sense does that make? If you think this is about my getting myself held in stalking, if you're smoking that shit, you're already off in another dimension. You're off in the FBI's wonderful little Disneyland here. Do you understand? That's exactly where you are. Furthermore, they put you there. You explain to me, why am I in stalking at this point? How do you think that's going to look? Congressional hearing, more than $60 million spent on me for a pedophile cop and a racist at 911. They paid off an ex-girlfriend, a corrupt cop, $100,000 cash. Whole story to all of it. That's what I'm sitting on top of, never mind all the goddamn murder. At least several which are easily provable. Hello? Man. So you do the math on it. That equals murder for the FBI when they've been selling to German agents and agencies. I'm a threat. Actually, my doing this book and interviews is circumstantial. I am done with agents and agencies, and the first thing they'll learn through interviews is I don't bring up agency dirt. Off record, behind the scenes, I'll bring shit up with people from alternative media so that if I die out of nowhere in the next year or two, then people can speak about it. It's an insurance policy, but I'm not bringing up agency dirt. So they'll see I'm not bringing up agency dirt. Everything I bring up is the truth. That'll be the other one they see. I'm not lying about anything. And then from there, it'll be my leaving the country and my starting to do work on my comedy romance book, which I never finished. Hello? So the point is, regardless of what they believe, they'll see I'm living my life. Now, if they keep torturing and killing, then that forces me into taking other actions. Congressional hearing approaching this committee in regards to this technology. Once again, that equals murder for the FBI. My life is not the shit they are selling. My life is what I'm pointing out here in fucking video. And I'm tired of people who understand less about agents and agencies than I do putting my life in danger, which is exactly where my life and my family's life is at now. Absolute, very heavy death threat made last night. First couple hours of yesterday. Early morning hours. Heavy death threat made. We're killing you in the next year. They also communicated that in regards to Monica, my ex. And in fact, they keep indicating we're going to kill again right around the corner here. It's going to be me or somebody in my life. And they've been hitting me up with, well, you'll sue people from the... It's absurd. I'm not suing anybody. I'm just not going to have any contact with fuck-ups. Just like my parents here. Once I'm gone, I'm gone. Never again. Man, they're out of my life for good. Same thing with agents and agencies here. Yeah, if they continue being heavy and extreme, once I've done interviews, because I will have already proven a point just by doing them. They're going to see me doing everything I said I'll do because it's what I want with my life. They have no place in my life here. But if they continue being heavy and extreme, then that will force me into other actions here. They cannot win in regards to those. The point is they're so incompetent, I can't trust them. So I will have to bring that up in interviews. Currently, my life is in a very precarious position here. I'm grateful for the interviews. Here's all the information. Clearly, this is all run and organized by agents and agencies and for nothing but evil. And for control of the goddamn population. They have authorization to torture and authorization to murder. Has everybody lost their fucking minds? You're going along with them? Because it's my life, not yours. Are we clear? Man. And I don't fault two people from the alternative media I've had contact with for a very long time here. You both have saved my ass here on a few occasions, whether you believe it or not. But the key thing here is the circumstances don't begin to be the way it's been for the last decade. None of that's existent. What is existent is what I'm speaking of in these videos. So I'm asking both of you to seriously contemplate the FBI here and what is actually going on. Because I could use some help and I could use some interviews here. Hello? I've got no safety. I've got not only no safety, but they plan on murdering me. It's absolute. This does not begin to be the way it, quote, always was. They actually plan on murdering me. So I could use a little help here. And furthermore, I've got good eyes. You know, I could say more, but I'm about to run out of space on my tablet here because they've blocked the memory card. Put in a brand new memory card, and they've got it screwed up. It's not working. So I've got to end the video here. Okay, I had to delete a video from my tablet just so I have space to continue on here. What they do is they bring up stuff with me which has nothing to do with my psychology, it has nothing to do with my thinkings. They'll bring up something with me which I've never even looked at, contemplated, know nothing, and because it's not where I'm at. They've been constantly bringing up, like, I'll sue all people from alternative media. That's a scare tactic. It's absolutely absurd. But how they get away with lying it is they sell it as, well, it's technology, it was his background thoughts or something. There's no truth to that at all. This is actually how they've been lying to German agents and agencies as well. They are hitting me up with, it's supposed to be a background thought. They do a brain squeeze. The whole thing's simulated and fake. And that's where they get away with lying about it. They say, well, look, he doesn't deny that part. Well, of course not. I'm not lying at all. Point is, they get my real psychology. The whole thing's misdirection. So the point is, then I bring up, they've been bringing up shit about me suing alternative media, people from alternative media. None of it's mine. What would be my motives? What would be, it just makes no sense. Yet they've been bringing it up with me. Typically what they do is they sell it as, well, he's bringing it up because that's his background thoughts. And he's not honest with himself. The point is, the whole thing is a lie. They're passing off shit which never even entered my head before as being mine. You understand? Then when I address them doing this, they get away with dumping it on me, not honest with himself, delusional, and on and on. You know, they'll squeeze as much in as they can. The reality is it's never entered my head because that's not how I am. But when I bring it up and address this, they go, well, look, that proves it was him. And look, he's delusional. They've been getting away with this shit the entire time. This very trick with alternative media. The reason why I bring it up is I started to mention it earlier in the video here. And they've been bringing this up for the last couple of months. Another point, they are always approaching people ahead of time. This is not lost on me. Okay, the FBI has approached them. And this is built into my hard drive. They always approach people before I approach them. This is how it works. They pre-steer your perceptions in regards to me. Furthermore, they have the advantage of misusing technology for getting away with it, affecting me to fit the false psychology they're selling. I've got shit in this video here. I see they can take it out of context. They've affected me in a few places, and that is probably why they've done it. I could spend, it takes forever to get a video done. I expect people to be questioning in regards to the FBI. None of this should be going on in the first place. There is no justification for it. That's them affecting my speech. Shit like this. The point is, the whole thing is a goddamn lie. My addressing them doing it is because I see it for the lie and manipulation it is. They are doing it. They're not doing it just for shits and giggles here. They are doing it for passing off to other people as real and true. That is why I address shit. If you get my profile, I just always speak the truth about this shit. That's just based on my profile. Key point, you can't get my profile. Key point here is, what would anybody with half a brain do in my shoes here? You speak the truth and point it out the entire time and away here. They've got technology on me. Is everybody lost their minds? You think I'm committing conspiracy against government and I've got technology on me? You think I'd be doing any of this if it weren't real and true in the first place? Does anybody know how to Think logically? Hello? Bare basic realities. What the fuck would you do? End of story. FBI is guilty as shit. So getting back to the point here, so I've looked at all of this. Well, could be a last day of stalking. Strangely enough, they've been doing this the entire time in a way here. They're not playing fair and square and honest. They're trying to sell to the alternative media, look, we've given him a chance. They are actually telling the alternative media, no doubt, well, we get his profile now, but look, he's getting himself held in. There's no truth to that at all. They're holding me in and lying about it by misusing technology and dumping it on me. Furthermore, German agents have gone along with it because they're smoking the fake profile here. This is why I'm being held in. From a German agent's point of view, I'm a threat to agencies and delusional. The FBI, in reality, is just trying to get as much about my profile as possible and my real psychological template. And Horvat and our officers here because they are being investigated. That no longer has to do with my life or concerns me. Yeah, I'm going to end up dead at the end of this, but I plan on enjoying a few years of my life here. The way, for me, what would just totally, Horvat and our officers and Patsy here, they've got their own conflict here behind the scenes. That's exactly what the circumstances are. They can both get out of my life, and that's between Horvat and our officers and agencies. They are perpetuating this, and the longer this goes on, and the heavier they get, the more. That's the point. I'm being forced into doing shit I don't want to be doing. I never wanted to be the technology guy, yet here I am. Provided somebody interviews me. Next point is, since I've been forced into doing this, I'm not half-assed. I won't be bringing up agency dirt, but I most certainly will be bringing up the importance of this program of stalking and this technology. Nobody understands how dangerous this all is. I am living that reality, none of you. So I've looked at, well, it could be a last day of stalking. And they've already approached people here, of course. This is what they always do. This is built into my hard drive and perspective. They always look at who I'll be speaking to because they have to pre-lie to people before I approach them. That's so instead of you understanding what the truth is, you understand that things from way over here in outer space. Yeah, if you just do this from common sense here, you ought to be able to wake up. If I'm telling the truth, take a look at what they're selling you. Then start figuring out their motives and the psychology. Furthermore, you can start to recognize the tactics they are engaging in. You understand? I can wake up people to all sorts of shit here. From an agency point of view, I'm the worst goddamn nightmare because I'm the only person in goddamn gang stalking who is on an agency level here in regards to all of this. Everybody else is a goddamn victim. Hello? I've been paying attention because the way this all started is I was held in and being lied about. Hello? So, I've watched, and then from there, I've watched people believe the lies. And I've analyzed what they're doing and why. It's all based on the truth of the circumstances. If you understand anything, you understand the FBI wants to shut me up here. They do not want interviews. That is their key goal and objective. If German agents are going along with them holding me and stalking, that means they plan on killing me. And that is actually what is going on. There is no over there. There's no fucking end test for stalking. They are holding me in. It's all a goddamn lie. German agents have not cleaned up jack shit in regards to my profile. That is on them. Oh, I'm sitting on top of a wealth of information. I'm quite literally one of the few people in alternative media that gets how agents and agencies do their shit, aside from people who are from agencies. I don't have time for people who are going to make mistakes while I have people in my life or myself killed, murdered. That is where I'm at. It's last call here. I'm making my final judgments here in regards to people. Doesn't mean I'm going to be angry at you or suing, no, nothing. I'm just like, you'll be in the same category as my parents. This is coming for everybody, what is going on in my life, and I've known it the entire time and way. If you understand how it actually is, you understand this program, as always, every single year, been growing and expanding. 911, and now we've got the new label, conspiracy theorist, soft label, real label, domestic terrorist. They're coming for everybody. Building up files on and profiling in regards to every single citizen, because quite frankly, all of them qualify now. Great big fat database for the fascist system they plan on putting into place this year. You think that's bad? Imagine you in your house being tortured. How about that one? And everybody around you absolutely clueless as to what is being done with you. And not only that, the FBI has had communication with everybody around you, and everybody thinks the FBI are Boy Scouts. The reason why they tell you not to communicate with me is because everything starts to fall down when you start having contact with me. Everything is totally controlled. They are in the middle. They are controlling all the information along with your perceptions. Yet if you got to know me, you'd find out I'm actually the person I describe in videos. That having no communication is their first line of defense, and strangely enough, it's the one that works on damn near everybody. As a result of not communicating with me, not asking questions, you do not find out what is actually going on. You're relying on the FBI for your information. We clear? You can sum up me and my actions and what is going on here based on my fruits. The same can be said for the FBI. There is no goddamn gang stalking. If they were playing fair and square, I would already be free. The reality is German agents are going along with it. So that means they have continued to label me an agency threat. That is exactly what it means. Furthermore, take a look at the Greg Reese video and that committee there. Oh, they don't know what's going on with that technology? That guy lied. But guess what? I've got the answer. Quite literally, interviews with me is going to blow the roof off the internet. I'm going to take this to the next level. And the whole point is, I never wanted to be here, but now that I'm here, it's based on their mistakes. I tried cleaning up their mess. I have been the one trying to resolve their issues, which aren't even real. I've sought peaceful resolutions here, not them. They are continuing on with it. So when that is the case, then I will be speaking about everything here. I just won't be bringing up agency dirt, but the reality of all of this, I most certainly will be bringing up. That's them. Really, if you want to know the truth of it and how I look at it, it's point number one is it's all on agents, but it's also all based on divine law. When these are my circumstances, there is no other choice. Furthermore, I've got to get out of the country quickly. So that they've been communicating with people behind the scenes before I got here, and my book is now being made into the file's being made into a book file. The point is they always approach people ahead of time. And the more they consider a person a threat, the longer the contact they want with them before they actually get to a point of me approaching them. You get it? They want people believing everything they've been saying the entire time and way, yet the reality is it's like a nasty divorce. They're taking shit and spinning it. They are hiding all sorts of things. They are hiding things. They are altering context. Really, it's the same thing as goddamn lying. They're not giving people the real context of things. They're not giving my real psychology. No, they are making it fit what they want for discrediting me and for getting away with lying. This is where nobody gets the hell I deal with. I am affected for them getting away with selling a psychology, and then people false psychology, and then people get tricked by it. They run non-stop cartoon shit through my head. What do I mean by that? They'll hit me up with about something which is weird in the first place. It's got nothing to do with me, my psychology, where I'm at. And then they'll force a dialogue. They'll have their way of their prediction of what I will communicate back to them. They'll do it with a feeling of my energy. The problem is it's all wrong, so you notice right away it's not your response. But then they go taking this shit, and then they go passing it off as real and true. This is what's been happening the entire time. My point is, if I were to ask you, just out on the street, would you trust government if they had technology which can read your mind and which could remote control you? Would you trust the government with it in your own life? You'd say, fuck no. Yeah, what's everybody doing? They're buying into the imaginary world here. You understand? All of it is invented. Do you get it? Everybody believes they got technology. They're telling the truth. No, you fucked up royally. You bought into all the special effects, and it's all one great big fucking lie. Then they go affecting me in videos for convincing you of the lies they've sold in regards to me. And if I don't point out every single one, you end up believing it. Quite frankly, I don't point it all out. People got to learn to swim. It's real simple. I'm telling the truth about myself here. I'm telling the truth about the FBI. End of story. There's no goddamn contest. No, that's not it. Last point here. If you look at the video with Greg Reese, that Greg Reese did, that committee. The point is interviews just blow the lid off the internet, I think. In regards to all sorts of shit here. It's going to get the attention of a lot of people. The point is, here they go blocking shit. Hang on. The point is, that committee in that video that Greg Reese did, I more than qualify for being in front of that committee. This is the one that I get in agents and agencies get. Man, they're shitting their pants on that one. Don't kid yourselves that they plan on killing me simply based on that possibility, because they've been selling me as an agency threat. Point is, I don't ever look at that shit. But they are forcing things to that point more and more here. They haven't cleaned up their profiling. They're just maintaining what they've sold and what they've chosen to believe the entire time and way here. My point is, I could do it, but it's not what I want to do. The other point here is with Horvat and our officers and these agents here. I'm dealing with Horvat and our officers because I'm going back to Germany for a short period of time and where my girls live. So it'll be Horvat in charge. So they are working together with these agents here. And they are maintaining lies about me and my profile for German agents and agencies. Now, the point is, that Horvat and our officers and these agents here being stupid. They could just this could be ended tomorrow, peacefully resolved. But that's not what either group is doing here. So I bring this up in regards to a congressional hearing and this committee here from the video because I very easily could. The reality is, if I were approached, I'd probably tell them to get stuffed. I'm all done with everybody's bullshit here. I'm going to do what? Speak in front of a committee here? And they're going to do what? So, but maybe it gets shit ended. So that's why I have looked at it, on and off here, but not very much. It's almost every single time when they bring it up with me. Today it was different because I saw this video. I'm like, well, you're just pushing this. They've quite literally, they've taken this to the point based on the lies they've sold that I've got to be murdered. They plan on doing it right before interviews or after, once they've got everybody from alternative media tricked. And preferably for them before I get a lawyer to approach YouTubers and everybody else from alternative media for getting interviews. And people are going to feel stupid for not interviewing me. If somebody finally does, you'll be like, well, shit. My point is, what I know, the amount that I know, the most important point here and where they're shitting themselves is I understand how agents and agencies do their shit. It's like somebody from an agency pointing them out in regards to all of this. This is the one I get and agencies get. So they most certainly are looking at murdering me. Furthermore, they are already looking at murdering me. And it's not because I've looked at that. I've never looked at it. Almost every single time they've brought it up. All the way back in Phoenix was the last time I brought that up. And, I have. If that's what it takes. They're looking at murdering me. That kind of forces me into taking a public spotlight here, doesn't it? So how about somebody interviews me before I'm knocked off? That's the point. You will find out this is all real and true. And along with the entire goddamn world and internet. I've got the answer for that committee. Furthermore, it's without all the official bullshit. That guy doesn't know what's being done with the technology. That is a motherfucking lie. So you want the real answers? I've got them. So that's it, man. May 29th, 7:21 p.m. All right, I've got some points to get into. They affected me throughout the video last night. So I've edited out stuff. Yes, there are a few technology effects in there. You hear me speaking about, they brought up, maybe it's a possible last day of stalking. And the reality is, I didn't bring it up in video. I was just, once again, I'm just going to wear the blame for what they did. But they saw that I did not want to be doing anything just in case. The only way I can know is by playing along. And if I don't play along, then I don't know. It could be a last day of stalking, therefore I can't speak about anything to anybody. They've got this dumb rule in place. If you speak about it, we hold you in. Hello? Pretend to be delusional and you go free. Hello? It's all based on a profile they thought I have, which I never had. Actually, I'm very grounded in reality. Today it's stalking. If tomorrow I go free, then it's a whole different ballgame in regards to me and my life. But what they did is they affected me and had me send off emails. This is one of their favorite things. So I'm just like, fuck it. But that's actually what happened yesterday. And the way that they get there is they wipe my memory that it might be an end test, and then they impulse me into doing stuff. I am scripted. So normally I would wait. What's one more day of waiting here? Yeah, I'm in a hurry to get my book out, but if I can go free, the next point is if they do free me, it doesn't mean they don't plan on killing me, is another point. If they haven't put my body back in good shape here, it restored my health. I'm talking about shit they've done with technology here. If they don't restore it, then I'm clear about where they're at, so they might even fake that. Maybe they put my body all the way back to normal. As said, if it's finished and I get interviews, I'll be speaking about it. In terms of past tense, I'll bring up, I'm not sure where agencies are at here, but If I drop dead in the next year or two, you can bet it's agencies. Otherwise, they will already, with any first point through interviews, they see I'm not bringing up agency dirt. I could bring up murder specifically. I could open up a field day. And with media, period. That's corporate media, never mind alternative media. Hello? So they'll see I'm not a threat in that regard. Then afterwards, they're going to see me working on my comedy romance book. Maybe my prophecy book also, but I doubt it. I said I'll still be looking at prophecy stuff. Main thing is to be south of the equator. So my point is, once I've done interviews, that proves a point. And then once I move out of the country, that also proves a point. That's what they're going to see me working on, is my comedy romance book. So that's the point. I'm moving on with my life. It's agencies inserting themselves in my life, not the other way around. So in a year or two, they'll realize I'm not a threat anyhow. They ought to. So within interviews, regardless of if they let me go here, I've got to cover my ass. You get it? Next point is, if it was the last day of stalking yesterday, they tortured me heavily yesterday and today already. Holy shit. Every time they do this really heavy shit, I think about explaining it to alternative media. It's surreal beyond belief. They shove in all of this shit, not yours, with an extremely bad, unpleasant feeling. You can't move. You are immobilized with just this miserable feeling. It's torture beyond your wildest imagination. Next point is, in real life, you could never experience something like this. It's being done with technology. Another point here. I've included the text I sent to my girlfriend. When I sent it to her, these agents affected me with fuck-ups from the alternative media. They'll claim I'm not being honest with myself, I'm lying. No, I made a mental snapshot when they did it. It's not where I'm at. The reason why I include it is I just speak the truth about it. You get it? In regards to all sorts of shit, I just remove it. I could explain all sorts of shit I remove from videos, which is theirs. I could explain to you how they do it, and on here, and it eats up a lot of time. The point is, you see me addressing Monica in regards to her being affected, because every time they get themselves into circumstances like this, rule number one is to hijack my ex with technology. So the point is, she will not speak with anybody behind the scenes. It's on me to get this ended. That was always our agreement. Her end of things was to keep the harmony. And what she experienced was heavy fucking torture for an extremely, years and years here. Torture, mind rape, and then eventually she began getting threats of being put in gang stalking and heavier torture. Immobilized in bed with cortisol dumping. It's where they flood your body with cortisol. Again, you can't move. It's unpleasant as shit. But the point is, it's very easy for the FBI to lie about that text to my ex. And the whole reason why I bring up and warn her about being affected with technology is because they've done so much of this in the past. The reality is, she should understand exactly what my circumstances are. What I am doing within the text is addressing her, giving her a reality check in case she is being affected with technology. You understand? The primary concern of agents and agencies here, all of them, is that if you understand what was done to my ex-girlfriend and our daughter and our pets, you'll understand that everything about my being in the stalking and dealing with this technology is a lie. You'd be like, well, what the fuck? You're saying you did this to his kid, and you did it because he is supposedly a rapist, and that's why he got put into gang stalking? None of that makes sense. You expect me to believe that? That's where everybody would be. You tortured his family and killed family pets? Hello? This is what they are worried about. Their whole narrative falls down when you find out what they did to my family. The point is, they will go to any and all extremes to make sure nobody finds out the truth in regards to my family. It is why they hijacked me and affect me on the last day of stalking with my American family. It is to convince them that that everything they've lied about in regards to Germany is real and true. You understand? When you understand that, there is nothing they won't do to prevent being exposed on that point. And I want to make another point clear here. They bring up weird shit with you. They'll bring something up and they will have an answer prepared for you from your point of view because they're trying to figure out your psychology. They will use your energy print to try and convince you that it is you responding to them. The whole thing is set up ahead of time. Problem is, when the thinking is so weird, you pick up on it's not yours at all in the first place. That's just one point of many as to how you catch this technology. My point is, they've been trying to pose me as a threat to alternative media. It's got nothing to do with where I'm at and where I'm coming from. If people fuck up, I'm just like, okay, well, all finished with you. Hello? My life's in danger here and my family's. Quite literally, if nobody interviews me here, I'm going to be forced into doing a goddamn congressional hearing or going to this committee in regards to technology. Hello? Then everybody's going to want to interview me? Every single one of you. What do you think I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you to get stuffed. The law of cause and effect. Now you want to be homies? But before you left me to fucking die? My loved ones, my little baby girl and my ex are goddamn pets, my mother-in-law? You lost your minds? That is where I'm at with alternative media. But this shit they're trying to sell to scare alternative media and like I'm threatening people, it's all load of shit. They're pushing this in and it stands out for what it is because it's got nothing to do with my viewpoint and where I'm at. I'm like, you don't want to interview me? That is your loss, not mine. You fucking get it? I can take little YouTubers and make them a sensation overnight. That is a statement of fucking fact and reality. Another point, in regards to the Western fascist movement they're going to create here for the USA and Europe. Key point. One of the things you see popping up on and off in corporate media is they are celebrating Nazi war heroes. I just heard one more story about this. And what they are doing is they are advertising what is coming. This is one of the reasons why they're doing this. It's a statement of where they're at and where they're taking the system here. Those are their heroes. You get it? And look, I would have done two separate videos, one addressing alternative media in regards to what's happening with the elite here, and then one about my life and how they're getting away with alternative media. This video is a mix of both because of these agents with technology. Why don't I redo the video? Because I get affected heavily when I do videos. It's unpleasant in the first place. You have no idea. You go, well, he looks normal. I am being bombarded with states of consciousness, not mine, feelings not mine, and thoughts not mine. And I'm having to fight this just to communicate my actual viewpoints. Do you understand? So I would appreciate it if people would at least interview me and find out what it is I have to offer. What I have to offer is good, and what the FBI is offering is lies, manipulations, and quite frankly, it's all a load of shit. It's all illegal. If you can't explain to me why this is still going on, if you cannot explain to me how I should be in this, then there should be no argument. You measure the FBI by their fruits and me by my fruits. One last point here. It looks like they've been scaring people. Well, he's a rapist and he's lying and his ex will sue him and everybody and anybody that helps him. That is an enormous lie. They are the ones that kept me from getting them into a courtroom in regards to that in the first place. Oh, they are lying through their teeth if they're trying to sell that. I will be bringing her up in interviews. I more than welcome her personally to try and come at me with the FBI behind her. I'm going to absolutely annihilate her and the FBI in court, and the FBI already knows that. It's a scare tactic. It is a scare tactic if that is what they are doing. So that's it. Nobody has anything to worry about in regards to interviewing me. This is all fear tactics. It's done. The way they try and do that shit is the fear will exist in the background of your mind. It's like people from alternative media not actually grasping how serious the coming circumstances are here. They're literally going for a fascist grab. That's too scary for people. They cannot handle it. I'm a realist. You want the truth? Then that's what I give you in interviews. That's it.
In 2018, the World Economic Forum discussed the possibilities of mind control using sound waves. This is something that several people have claimed to be a target of. They have become known as targeted individuals. A subcommittee for Homeland Security was recently held to discuss this technology and the targeting of U.S. government employees and their families. This is commonly known as the Havana Syndrome and dates back to 2016, when U.S. diplomatic personnel in Cuba experienced unexplained health problems.
Guys, if your assessments here are correct, these are very covert weapons, aren't they? They don't leave behind bomb fragments, bullet holes, etc. They could absolutely be used by our adversaries and have very low levels of, very easy to deny that they were even there, that they were used. Is that correct?
That's correct. There's no entry or exit wound. How they're designed is to make the target feel like they're crazy, like they're imagining things, especially on the low duration, the low intensity, long duration hits.
Have any of you three panelists ever seen one of these weapons?
I have seen a 1991 version of the weapon, and it looks like a satellite dish with a unit this size attached to it. And of course, over the years, miniaturization has been possible. Obviously, there's a limitation to how miniaturized it can be because of the antenna size, which is always related to the wave. But still, it is something that can be well contained in the trunk of a car or even a large backpack. My experience shows that it can be cobbled together. It's something that can, a rough, crude version of this that would probably require longer exposure than the more advanced version that has been tested, as we see from this document, can be put together inexpensively. But again, I would abstain from commenting further, lest I encourage people to try it at home.
What you all are saying is there's a government cover-up of the fact that something is out there afflicting, targeting us.
The government in the IC assessment is wrong. It's dead wrong. I can't tell you if it's a cover-up, why they're doing this, malfeasance. I won't go there.
So cover-up would depend on intent. There could be good reasons to withhold information. I will say that the public statements that the executive branch is making is inconsistent with the classified record. And then it would be Congress's job as an oversight authority to determine why that is, whether it was a legitimate reason to mislead the public or because of some nefarious reason, or all the above.
Mr. Grozev said you spoke to a Russian agent who said that they believe that Americans are using these same weapons on them. Is that correct?
That is correct, back in the 80s.
Might that have something to do with part of the CIA's motive to cover up the existence of this tech and these weapons?
That is a very logical possibility.
While it was admitted that this technology is being used, the discussion was focused primarily on Russia, as if to create more incentive to escalate war with the Russian Federation. When the question of whether it has been used on the American population was raised, it was dismissed with a smile.
Are any of you aware of any reported incidents from individuals who are not members of the United States government? Domestically, I should say?
There are many people who believe they are victims of AHIs All you have to do is look at my Twitter feed whenever I post on the topic. I only represent federal government employees and their families, so I don't focus on the accuracy of those particular claims.
There is plenty of evidence showing that the targeted individuals who claim to be victims of this were the guinea pigs in today's all-out assault on the American people. And our government is far more concerned with starting another war. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
The escalation risk can be way too much on the other side. Yeah. Never screw with someone that has a higher threshold of pain or craziness.
And someone rear-ending you deliberately multiple times has that.
You old fake ass nigga, standing there wearing all them penalties and khakis and all that. You soft as a motherfucking grape. Ain't this a motherfucking bitch? I can see right through your flower ass. Some of these niggas is bitches too, man, I tell. It's gonna be harder and harder to be a thug in 94. Yeah, we finna do this shit like this. It's like I tell my niggas, keep your eyes on these bitches. They love to G a nigga, young, dumb, and getting riches. What the fuck you think a trick is, nigga? Nigga that's thinking with his dick and then get tricked out all his riches by. Bitch, I'm here to school you to the rules of the game, it'll coast ya. Think you all that old just cause she let a nigga toss her. It's like a motherfucking privilege. So don't give up free conversation, get up into 7 digits, switch and call ya. That's that little tramp, what's up? And if she hesitate, nigga hang up, word up. And let that bitch meditate to the downtown. And call me when you're ready to bone. And it's on, I'm motherfucking mad tonight. Stay back, stay strapped, cause my raps is tight. These fucking punks, I hate you snitches. Win against the grain and the game to be fake ass bitches. God damn, you can't just hit them niggas with that game and expect them to accept it. Girl, you hurt niggas' feelings. We gon' kick this shit like this here. I can't stand fake ass bitches, blind ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, blind ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, blind ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, blind ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. Time to show these busted suits balls. Run up on a real motherfucking guitars. The game is deep and thicker than a motherfucking shit. And broke hoes running around yelling, Kimmy, I can't stand it. Hoes talking about they got a man. Shit, all I wanted to do was suck my dick. So how about hitting the motherfucker on my page up? Busy damn bitch, but you could give me the pussy later. Fly how I fade her. Play her like a game of Sega. Fucking with the blade made her. And I ain't sleeping cause you're creeping for my money. Got the dick and now you get the pistol, honey, bitch. So get the pose out, knocking hoes back. Keep my gold stacked. So where the motherfucking hoes at? Punk niggas can't fade the rap. Living fat, getting paid to rap. It's like that, you motherfucking bitches. Yeah, but we gon' do this shit. She educated a whole bunch of you old raggedy ass niggas. So y'all take that shit back to y'all camp and you sleep on that there. It's like I can't stand fake ass bitches, lying ass niggas and your fake ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, lying ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, lying ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. I can't stand fake ass bitches, lying ass niggas and your punk ass bitches. Bitch! Alright, y'all know what time it is. It's time to put these motherfucking fuck niggas out. We gonna surround their pussy ass. Yo, tell me niggas like this. Don't make us click up. Don't make us click up. The dirty South Ride to this motherfucker. Yeah! Don't make us click up. Don't make us click up. The dirty South Ride to this motherfucker. Yeah! Now back up, bitch. Now back up, bitch. Before these down south niggas come and split your shit. Now back up, bitch. Now back up, bitch. Before these down south niggas come and split your shit. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. If your ass ain't grown, come on, back up, back up, back up, back up. Watch the South get motherfucking butt. Yeah! Hold on. Everybody calm the fuck down. Y'all too motherfucking turned up in here. Everybody back the fuck up. Back up. Hey. To the official State 45 Anger Management 3 exclusive mixtape. What's
so much you miss God, much it's loving them. I'm always so fucking busy, say it God. I'm so read the shit more, trouble starts make up the talk. Read the picture, look at these kids, they eat this shit up. And this was back before I even knew what the shit was. It's affecting what it does, parents become picketers. Meanwhile, ticket sales have just skyrocketed up. So shit fuck, you suck on your slut. But I gotta go, it's time for me to go and pick up Jessica. It's official, I just broke her and Nick up. Now, if you leave this show and you don't got one of these CDs, then you did not officially experience. And a special thanks to Lil Jon